All right, welcome back. Just before Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to leave for Pakistan for a second round of talks with Iran, the president today going after Democrats, calling them, quote, traitors, who are, quote, doing everything possible to hurt the very strong position we are in with respect to Iran. Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois. He serves on the House Intelligence and Appropriations Committees. Congressman, always good to see you. Thank you very much for being back with us in the arena. I want to start there with what the president had to say. I mean, what's your response to what he said?
Yeah, as far as I know, the Iranians haven't even agreed to another round of negotiations. And if the president wants them to succeed, perhaps he shouldn't go into an antagonistic posture, talking about, well, we're going to continue to bomb, grabbing one of their ships. This isn't what you do during a ceasefire if you want negotiations to work in the future.
I spoke with Senator John Fetterman here late last week, and he accused some members of your party of cheering on Iran. Do you think that's happening?
No, I mean, I think what we're hearing from our constituents when we go back is that they don't want another bloody, endless, costly war. And 300,000 people in Illinois are going to lose their access to food on an ongoing basis, the SNAP benefits. About 500,000 are going to pay twice as much for healthcare benefits. This war is costing $1 billion a day. So we could have taken care of our own people. This is a president always said America first. So no one's cheering on Iran. We're cheering against a president who's doing something that's illegal. It's costly. We've already lost service members. It's wreaking havoc on our economy. It threatens us in the homeland with terrorist attacks. So this isn't, I think it's patriotic to cheer for peace and to cheer for common sense and to cheer for diplomacy. Because again, after all, if he hadn't gotten rid of JCPOA, the regime was not moving forward with the movement toward a nuclear weapon. So the president can say whatever he wants. The reality, I think the American people understand.
Would you like to see the administration make the deal that we were talking to the Admiral James Stavridis earlier? We do know some of what the contours could be here. President Trump is now comparing what's going on to the JCPOA in his post online. Now he's claiming it's a better deal than the JCPOA, but he's putting them both together in the same sentence. Do you think this is a deal that you would be happy to see the U.S. make at this point, considering everything you've laid out?
Well, look, let me put it this way. We always favor diplomacy. And if you can move the regime away from moving forward with the nuclear weapon, of course, we're going to be for that. But which message are we talking about now? Is the night the war began, the president said, this is about the liberation of the Iranian people. Well, not so much anymore. There's even a more hardline person in charge. So, and by the way, when the war started, the strait was open. So this is going to be very damaging to our country for years to come. So, of course, we'd like an exit ramp, or one that moves us toward peace. But it begs the question, what was this all for? What are the costs? And can we recover those?
Sir, considering your post on the Intelligence Committee, I mean, one big question here is how much authority whoever Iran sends to a negotiating table in Islamabad, if they do, how much authority will they have? And really, who is making the decisions in Iran? Can you shed any light on that question for us?
Well, look, I mean, what's clear to everyone, whether on the committee or not, is this is about the supreme leader making those final decisions, right? So when we think about it in terms of Iran and nuclear weapons, the previous regime leaders issued a fatwa against moving forward to develop a nuclear weapon. So obviously that just reinforces the fact that there was no imminent threat. And the president, if he was getting decent intelligence, simply ignored it. So when we look at the Middle East, we got into a war in Iraq based on bad intelligence. And we got into this war because the president ignored what was probably very good intelligence. So I'm not sure what authority this person has to negotiate for Iran. I don't know that they are going to actually enter those negotiations. But in the end, whatever the authority they have, it's going to be up to the supreme leader there.
All right, Congressman Mike Quigley, thank you very much. I hope you'll come back soon. We have a Chicago gubernatorial bid to discuss that we didn't even get to, excuse me, mayoral bid. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right.